Hello and welcome back to mission 3 of the Operation EPSOM campaign. We've had two not great missions, if I'm perfectly honest, where we've lost 6 aircraft. Last mission was pretty terrible in terms of we had our engine failure and had to land and repair, whilst we also had timings to be on target, so we ended up losing aircraft because of that, and quite frankly we barely achieved the objective. I have since had a look around the DCS forums and found that there is a reason why that issue occurred, and it seems to be an issue with the Spitfire's cooling system, the way it's coded in DCS, and if you run it too cool, which quite frankly are realistic boost settings and RPM settings for longer range flights, then you're going to have this issue, as I did. So because of that, from now on I'm going to maintain no lower than 0 boost and 2000 RPM for the transits, and hopefully that should fix the issues. For mission 3, our squadron will be flying a morning armed reconnaissance southeast of Caen in the Lisieux-Argentan area. The objective is to prevent reinforcements and supplies from reaching the enemy lines near Caen by destroying vehicles, moving along the roads and disrupting activity along the rail lines. Vehicles parked in the open or dispersed in trees are also valid targets if it's clear that they're not decoys and that they have not already been destroyed. Heavy weather has cancelled all air operations from England and delayed most flying from the advanced landing grounds in France. Ours is one of only a handful of airfields dry enough to support operations at the moment. So we're not really going to have a lot of fighter cover support for this one, and I'm only hoping that the Luftwaffe are suffering from the same problems that we're suffering from, and that they're not able to get too many aircraft in the air also, so that we're not going to be absolutely outnumbered on this reconnaissance flight. The weather, as the brief suggests, is pretty poor. We're looking at near overcast around the local area at around 5,000 feet, with winds between 8 to 12 miles an hour and some periodic rain. So visibility should be pretty good under the clouds and should be really good above the clouds. My main concern for this mission is how I'm going to stay out of flak, especially when crossing the front line, because that will necessitate me going through a thick layer of overcast cloud. I don't know if the flak are going to be able to still hit me through that or not, whether I can just hover just above the cloud or whether I'm going to have to go all the way to 10,000 feet. But we'll wait and see. Luftwaffe activity in the recent days has been moderate, but I'm hoping the weather is going to play some to that. And road activity over the past couple of days indicates a lot of activity to the west of Lisieux, so we may end up getting to waypoint 2 and just travelling west a little bit and seeing what we can, depending on what the ground to air picture looks like. But enough of that. Let's get flying. Let's see. Not a bad wind from the windsock. Could be stronger. Supposed to be stronger. And up. You're up. Bob off. Safely up and reduce power.
Wheels up.
Nice little vapor trails.
Rolling. Four, rolling. Two, redoing. Three, wheels up.
Enfield leader to Kenway. We're airborne with 8 Spits. Do you have anything for us?
Four, wheels up. Kenway to Enfield leader, nothing to report this time. Yourself and the Gander Mustangs are the only squadrons to make it up in this weather. Carry on as briefed. Out.
Listen, some Mustangs, that's all we've got.
Three, rejoin. Four, rejoin. Enfield 2, airborne.
Taking everyone a little while to get up today. Must be this early morning sortie there. Haven't woken up properly yet, but they're normally a bit quicker. Here we're approaching the front line. It's lights off. And safety off. It's approaching 4,000 feet, nearly at the cloud base. I want to get a bit of speed up for this. If I'm going to go IFR, I want to be in full control of the plane, rather than the plane being on the edge of a stall. With everyone nicely catching up. So I'm just going to push this engine just a little bit more. One of the most important things about flying through cloud like this is taking what little information you can from every instrument you've got, including airspeed, attitude indicator, your vertical velocity indicator, and even the compass, and making any moves that you make with the aircraft to try and correct one of them as smooth as possible. I see our heading's going off a little bit and our airspeed's a little bit slow. I just want to bring that nose down gently and bring the aircraft over to the right just a little bit. It can be so disorientating flying like this as well. It does take a bit of practice. A little bit easier with an aircraft with a heads-up display, but you can still get disorientated. Speed is key for the reason I mentioned before. You want to keep control of the aeroplane, but also secondly you want to have good climb performance. You don't want to hang around in this cloud for too long. (9,000 feet). Expecting cloud tops around 10,000 feet. And then we get to see the tops of these beautiful DCS 2.8 clouds. Have a quick look at where I am without crashing. Take your eye off the ball for 1 second. Okay, so we're too far, so we do need to come to the right. About 180. And there we are. Above the cloud at nearly 11,000. But as you can see here, we just happened to enter a pretty bad pocket. About 165, that shouldn't be too bad.
Get the lead into Kenway. We just booked a group of vehicles in the woods near Brickfield, Sir Liz. Good hit groups in, and several are still smoking.
Begin our descent now.
Roger.
We're well clear of the town, so any AAA shouldn't pose much of a problem. If it could even see us until we're pretty down low, and by then pretty far away from the town. Descent through cloud are pretty much the same as climbs. The only thing you got to watch is the ground. Basically, the ground could come up if you're not familiar with the area pretty damn quick, and there's probably nothing you can do about it in some scenarios. We knew from before we climbed that the visibility below the cloud was pretty good, and we had a good gap between the cloud base and the ground. Hence, I was able to take that risk. But more normally, I probably wouldn't take such a risk, just purely because you don't necessarily know what's under the ground, under the cloud. Sorry. Let's get this engine warmed up. Not keep it cold for too long. You probably noticed throughout this entire sortie I'm going to be quite concerned about my engine. After what happened last time, I know I've just stopped trusting the aircraft. Okay, so there's the town. I'm going to cut off early, see if there are any vehicles that we can find there. I'll almost go parallel, so about 210 degrees, which is the 200 for the next heading. Sorry if I get my maths right, I'll go 190. That way I'll slowly intercept the line that we should be on. Rather than going parallel to it, I do want a slow interception. And by cutting the corner so much, hopefully we can see if there's any vehicles. That was that main road coming out of the Sioux. Yeah, it was. Beautiful how these openings in the cloud just let the light come straight through. It's a really nice visual effect that we haven't had before in DCS since the cloud updates. Bit of AAA. Why has nobody called this AAA out? Let's go a bit lower. Feeling it's coming from behind us, but nonetheless I don't want to get hit by AAA. If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be in a blaze of glory from 2109s having to take me down. A bit off where I want to be. He's heading towards Argentan. Then Argentan, it'll be another right onto 270. Black seems to have stopped, so yeah, it must have been behind us, I think. If it wasn't, it definitely is now.
Contact target at 11 o'clock. 4-3.
11 o'clock for 3. Go for it.
Flight. Engage utility vehicles. Roger. 2-3. Engage the target.
Come on guys, where are we going? Well, you the guys follow me, that's why there's 4 of you. That makes more sense. Wrong wingman I was following. Scissoring my own wingman.
2, running in. 3, running in.
Difficult trying to work out who to follow. Not entirely sure he's one of my wingmen now. But smoke over there. Is that smoke? Yeah, that's smoke. We'll go for the smoke. And that's on fire. Good explosion. Definitely one more vehicle over there, so hopefully someone else is going to run in on that. Or have they already? One running in. Ah, there's a vehicle. He's running in. I'll let him go for it. Don't want to waste too much ammo.
2, Valley Bandit, 3 o'clock.
Bandits, not good.
Enfield 2, engage bandits.
Engaging bandits. Engaging bandit at bullseye 12842 at 1,500.
Get eyes on the bandits. Scared the life out of me. Another Spitfire. Come on guys, where's these bandits? Definitely got some hits on him there. And there's some good hits. Oh, there's some more really good hits. Come on, guy. You must be going home now. Lost him. I'm pretty sure it's my guy. Who's this? Yeah, it's a Spitfire. He's after my guy. Oh, good hits. Go on, take him out. Go on, son. That pilot is struggling. Oh, more good hits. Go on! Yes. Giving up. Is out the fight. It's not out the fight enough for me yet, though. There we go. Now you're out the fight. You send that burning aircraft back home. Confirmed kill. Okay, should be another bandit. I think there is another one somewhere. Someone's engaging a bandit. They're definitely somewhere. They look like Spitfires. I'd be slightly concerned if they weren't. Where's this other bandit? You know what?
Engage bandits.
Unable.
Yeah, enable. I'll give you enable.
Enfield 2, engaging bandit at Foresight 128 418 at 2,500.
One of these is bad, one's good. I need to work out which. This guy. Coming for you. This ain't gonna end well for you. That's right, you puff some smoke. He's out. Okay. I don't think we lost anyone. I think that was good. So we're going to go home. We're going to call that a victory.
Join up.
Fine, but hopefully they will.
Contact. Target 1 o'clock. 1.
Yeah, we're going to ignore targets.
Air defense target 1 o'clock. 1.
I don't want to get jumped on the way back. That's my concern. Some ammo. Don't want to waste it all on targets and then inevitably just run back home with our tails between our legs. Because right now we're running back home proud. $8,000, 2,000 feet to go. $9,000 in the cloud tops. Okay, so it definitely looks like our gyro is a little bit out. I'm just going to check the main compass if I can remember what controls I've got set up for it. Ourselves as level as we can. They're about 305, yep. Compass is good. I was just concerned that with my gyro definitely being knocked out of alignment, it could have resulted in the directional gyro also being knocked out, so our compass telling us we're going in the wrong direction, or rather telling us we're going in the right direction but it being the wrong direction. So I can't see our wingmen. I don't know where they are, if I'm honest. I'm gonna just drop the speed a little bit more. See if I can get them to catch up. Definitely some people down there. Two on my left. One coming up on my right. I'm visual with two guys from Enfield 2. It's possible they got pretty badly split up. There's maybe a third one back there. So yeah, I'm going to make sure that we get formed up as best we can. Fuel still looks good. Still only 3. Hope we didn't lose one. Tops of these clouds do definitely look a lot nicer now. Makes flying like this a lot more of a pleasure, if I'm honest. Especially with the extra cloud layer above this cloud layer as well. It's exactly like the briefing note, really. Which we obviously weren't able to do before ED started adding all these new extra cloud features. There we go, that looks like our number 4. Bringing them all home. So I'm going to call this quite a successful mission. The mission itself that we're comparing it to, the real mission, they scored a lot more ground units, but to have taken out some enemy air, that's I'm going to definitely call that a win. The enemy air is probably more valuable than the ground logistics units. I mean, I know that's absolutely arguable. Logistics units are extremely valuable to the front line, but to reduce their ability to harass us by taking their fighters out and also harass the ground units, that's definitely a win. And there's every chance, especially at this stage in the war, that we could have taken out some of their few remaining experienced pilots, Although in reality, the fact that I took them both out, they clearly weren't the Luftwaffe's most experienced pilots. But they were absolutely taken down there. There's no question about that. So they have lost those aircraft for the war effort. Okay, so we're over the sea. We're all together. I was going to do a little loop to try and allow any stragglers to catch up.
Airfield leader Kenway, checking out, returning to base.
Yes, we are.
Acknowledged.
Those aircraft are definitely not flying straight. Definitely not flying straight. Okay, so let's not forget that our attitude indicator is pretty wonky. Try and remember just how wonky it is, and trimmer out. That's definitely going to help. Big left turn once we do our cloud brake descent. Very quickly, so just ease up and we'll go short. And there's home.
Airfield 2 RTB.
Flight RTB.
Still doing really good on fuel. I don't think we've done a single mission yet where I've had to go into that bottom tank. Do a run and brake over the airfield. Green flare for landing. 60 knots, gear down. Okay, confirm down, flaps down. Flaps confirmed down. Well, I gotta say, I'm really happy with that sortie after the previous two that we've had. And another green to confirm our landing.
Enfield 2 is RTB at 800.
Thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again for episode 4 of the EPSOM campaign series.